Hello, my love. Welcome back to another episode of True Tori TV. If you're new here, welcome. What we talk about here and the vibe is embodiment, energetics, going from kind of like soup to nuts of habits, beliefs, and how that affects you stepping into the next level version of you. My goal here is to help you step into the next level version of you, help to raise your awareness and your consciousness so that you can live a more fulfilled life and live the life that you want ultimately. So if you're a part of the tribe already, welcome back. I'm so happy to see all of you. In today's video, we're going to just be going over a step-by-step process of how to turn a trigger into a lesson, how to identify it, what to do once you identify it, and how to move forward, how to really integrate that lesson. So when you get triggered, all the bells and whistles go off, right? You get triggered and you realize that it's something that feels kind of yucky. It doesn't feel great. And I want to remind you and kind of provide this mindset shift with triggers is that it is the perfect opportunity for you to shift, for you to heal an old wound. Because what happens when you get triggered is that is your body connecting the situation at hand with an old situation, an old wound that happened. So that you were not able to process at the time. So your body pushed it down. Your mind pushed it down into your subconscious. So it literally gets trapped in your cells in your body and also starts to go deep into your subconscious brain. So when you're getting triggered, it's your body connecting, your body, mind, whatever, both connecting that situation to an old wound, and it's literally the perfect time to be like, oh great, this wound is active right now, let me bring it up and deal with it. Depending on, of course, if you have the capacity to deal with it in that time. A lot of times, and I'll just say this really quick, with trauma and stuff like that, it may be a different kind of scenario in terms of bringing things up and feeling safe to bring things up. So just be aware of that. If you do have any trauma that you're aware of, make sure that you're doing it in a safe environment with a licensed professional, and just doing what's best for you overall. So perfect opportunity to heal an old wound and learn about yourself, and also answer the call to step into the next level version of you. So I did a whole podcast episode and I went like really into depth on all of that. So I'm not going to go over it now. I really just want to get the step-by-step process to you so that you know what to do when a trigger comes up, and so that you can really just turn it into a lesson and move forward. So when the trigger comes up, you start to feel angry, you start to feel overwhelmed, you start to feel frustrated, whatever feelings are coming up, I want you to stop. Stop immediately what you're doing. Now, this can get tricky if you're in a certain situation. Depends on if you're alone. Yeah, you have a little more flexibility to sit with your feelings and kind of surrender to them. If you're in a social setting, then you have to make some decisions. You can go to the bathroom, go to a quiet place, go to your car, whatever the case may be, and you can just sit there and take some deep breaths. Do the box breathing exercise, which is 4-second inhale in through the nose, hold at the top for 4 seconds, and then out through the mouth for 4 seconds, 10 times. That is going to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your brain that soothes you and calms you down. And it's going to put you out of fight or flight mode, out of that anxious survival mode. And so that's really where you're going to just kind of reground yourself, recenter yourself, especially if you're in a situation that you can't really leave right away. that's going to help you get through the rest of the situation. So then if you're in a situation where you can leave, or where you're taking some kind of, someone's crossing some boundaries that you are not okay allowing them to cross, or if it's obviously any kind of abuse, you need to do what's right for you, call the authorities, get help, all of that kind of stuff, licensed professional help. This is your judgment call, though. Like, you have to notice how severe this trigger is in terms of the situation. There's no way for me to know that just, generally in this video. So I have to say, you have to use your judgment and really learn, is this okay? Is this something I can keep going forward, and kind of just like set a boundary with this person in this space for now? Or maybe it's not even the person. Maybe it's just something that you saw or something that someone said, and now you're like, okay, like I have to get through the rest of the night, and let me just wait till I get home to deal with this trigger. And so it really depends on what the situation is, but I gave you a few options there. So let me know in the comments if that helps in terms of the options for the different scenarios. And then once you do have that moment to yourself, once you are able to sit and think, I want you to either free write and journal on all the feelings that are coming up. You can also use the emotion wheel. That you can literally just search the emotion wheel. It's like a wheel that you have. It's kind of like emotions that lead to the main emotions, and then it's a way to identify how you're feeling and just get really clear on it. So that helps a lot. I actually have a tutorial on it that I might post. It's in my anxiety course. So if you're watching and you're in the anxiety course, it is in those modules. You can go take a look at that. And if you're not in the anxiety course and you're interested in that, I have the link below for more information. So yeah, sit and ask yourself, and go on to journaling about, ask yourself, ask your soul, your higher self, your angels, your guides, the spiritual world, the universe, God, whoever it is that you call on in those moments. Ask yourself, your soul or them, how you are feeling. Ask for guidance and clarity and loving support during this time of discomfort. That always really helps me in terms of just knowing, like, okay, this is about to be really uncomfortable. I'm going to bring up an old wound that maybe I don't remember. Maybe I clearly pushed it down because I didn't have the capacity to handle it at that time. And so it's going to come up. It could be really painful. I'm not sure of the severity of it, but, I have support and I have guidance, and I'll be okay. And it's really rewarding on the other side of it. You feel very free, you feel very light, and the whole surrender aspect to it is just a really beautiful process. So know that this is not going to be fun. It is going to be very uncomfortable, but it is worth it, and it is integral to your growth ultimately. So that's how we reach new levels of ourselves. And that's how we heal. We heal every time a trigger comes up, that we take a second to objectively and curious and look at it with curiosity. That's when you heal just a little bit more. And that's the name of the game, is just perpetual healing and perpetually being on the journey, and falling in love with the journey, and falling in love with getting to know yourself and getting more rooted and deeper into your authenticity. So think of the person who triggered you and really shift from attack mode and defense mode to, what is this person trying to teach me? What are they trying to teach me? What am I putting out energetically that they are reflecting back to me? And you can say this affirmation: I am open to creative solutions. I am open to creative solutions. God, universe, angels, please show me what I can learn from this situation. what is this person mirroring back to me about my own energy or about how I feel about myself? And so in the podcast episode, I go over like an example as well. So if you do want to get more in depth in this subject, definitely check that out. Yeah, and then what can I heal from this experience? What am I being asked to heal? What are you being called upon to heal right now in order to step into that next level version of yourself? Because that's what it's all about. If you ask for something and you want to manifest something and you get triggered, it's like, okay, well, one, can you hold this big energy of a trigger coming in a bigger energy than you're used to? Because if you want bigger manifestations and good things by the law, the universal law of polarity, other things are gonna come in too. Triggers are bigger, decisions are bigger, responsibilities are bigger. It's everything is bigger. So you have to understand that when you're manifesting, everything is bigger. That's kind of why triggers and lessons come in this form when you ask for something. And so I don't want you to curse the universe and say, I asked for $10,000. Why did I get some pain in the ass making me feel unworthy of, I don't know, paying for a coffee or something? And then you can realize that it's like, oh, I don't feel worthy of having money and receiving money. So maybe that's what the universe is trying to teach me to heal so that I can receive the $10,000. In a nutshell, that's kind of how those lessons, as far as my experience, have presented themselves and worked out. So I want you to really start to open your mind to what the universe is trying to teach you, because it's always working in your favor. It's always supporting you. It's always giving you exactly what you need so that you can level up. But it is your responsibility to notice it and to act on it. To notice it and respond/act on it in the way that your next level version of you would. And so if you don't heal those triggers and those wounds when they come up, then you're going to keep getting the same lesson over and over again until you do, because you're meant to be healing this thing. And if you're just closed off to the way that it's coming through because your ego's in the driver's seat, then it's going to keep coming and you're going to keep getting frustrated. And so I don't want you to stay in this loop of frustration. I was in it for so long. I just want you to be aware of it and go into it with love and curiosity and heal, because that's what's going to really unlock the most beautiful life and the most fulfilling life. So that's what we're on triggers. I want you to journal or meditate, shift from defense to curiosity, and just honestly surrender to it. Watch the floodgates open. Your manifestations are going to come in so quick after that. And you're going to be so proud of yourself for holding that energy. And it's just going to be awesome. So that's all I have for you on how to deal with triggers, step-by-step process. Let me know in the comments if this helped. Hit that thumbs up button if you liked this kind of video, if you want more step-by-step processes, if you like how I broke it down. Let me know how you feel about it. Any wins or struggles, I'm here to help you. You can also DM me on Instagram at TrueTori. And if you're looking for help with stepping into that next level version of you, with dealing with these things, more of a customized approach, I do offer one-on-one coaching. That is my high-level support package, and I have put the link for the application down in the description, or you can always DM me on Instagram and we can chat about it. So thank you so much for spending your energy and your time with me for the past 15 minutes. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate your dedication and your commitment to raising your own consciousness, raising your own awareness, doing the work, right? And just working on being a better person and working on healing your own wounds. We all have our own things, and it's very commendable to do this kind of work because it's not the easy way out. It's the hard thing to do. And being being willing to do that and actually spend the time to work on self-development is a huge, huge responsibility, and it's something to be celebrated. I truly believe that. So I'm celebrating you. I love you so much. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and I'll see you on the next one.